Hey, yo, foreigner, you crazy for this one.
Yeah, that thing I'm jab riding when I'm left hooking. Fiends say they love me cause they know I keep that sack moving. Sad to say, but this the life that I have grew in. I had to hustle, skipping class, man, I was true in. I can flip some packs and teach you how to do it. This the real deal. Better watch your back cause people will kill. Kill Bill, kill switch on the Glock, yeah, this the real. And people spin around them blocks just like a Ferris wheel. But that's enough of that. Let me tell you about my life and where I grew up at. I grew up in the south of Topeka. Then I moved to the east in the streets and I ain't fucking with neither. I ain't the type to go with kill or go and sit on that block. I'm the type to get some...
Bucket Discussions family, it's Taj here, aka 1/3 of the Bucket Discussions podcast. Guys, please do me a favor. Thumbs up this video, like it. I can't stress this enough. This helps us grow our channel and this helps us recommend our videos to people who have no clue who we are or what we're doing over here. Also, guys, stay tuned and be on the lookout for more content. I'm going to catch y'all later. Peace. Welcome back to the Bucket Discussions podcast. This is the podcast where we go beyond the stat sheet. We go beyond the narrative to bring all that real, authentic, fire sports conversation. It's your boy, Taj James, a.k.a. TJ, a.k.a. Lakers fan 221, a.k.a. 1/3 of the Bucket Discussions podcast. Let me pass it to the guys, man.
What's good with it, man? It's your boy Trey, aka the girl's damn sugar, aka Dr. James, and we back at y'all with another episode, man. I'm gonna pass it to the bro.
Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Jay Crew, man, aka JHC213, aka Germ Killer 13 on PSN. Make sure you go add that, even though I ain't been on the PlayStation in over 3 years. I will add you back someday when I get another one. But hey, man, it is another week, another episode of Bucket Discussions, man. We are excited to get into this. We finally have some good topics to talk about, so we want to bring it to y'all.
First that time. We were just talking about this last week, man.
Yeah.
Really nothing to talk about, so he's like, all right, bro, we'll just go ahead and punt to next week. And then it seems like that Monday, it really just started jumping off, man. Topic after topic, stuff are happening, trades. So we're excited to get on here and chop it up with y'all, man. So
yeah, sure. The first topic we got today is Taylor Brooks had an interview with Jason Tatum recently, and she said some stuff that kind of, didn't sit well with a lot of people. Yeah, very controversial comment to say the least. She went out and said, I don't want to sit here and, get on her head too much because you know how the quotes are when, you see a couple, like a sentence or two from an interview, a lot of people go crazy. But from what Taylor Brooks said right here in these comments, it was definitely ridiculous. She went ahead and said that she believed that Kyrie is a superstar, which that is fairly true. But she also went out and said that Damian Lillard is not a superstar. So, yeah, I just want to know, how do you guys feel about this? And what is kind of your guys' criteria for a superstar?
all right, so I want to hop in there and say real quick, a lot of people are going to give Taylor Brooks a lot of hell for what she said. And me personally, I don't think it's a certain gender that knows more about sports than the other. Taylor Brooks, she's very smart. She knows a lot about sports. But there's males, there's even former basketball players, former football players that make mistakes like this as far as knowing a player or saying something silly like this. So we don't get on her head too much. That's all we're trying to say. Yeah. Well, I went back and watched the interview, bro. I couldn't find what her criteria was to say that. So I really don't understand where she was coming from entirely. But I will say, a superstar, in my opinion, is somebody that can lift your team from where they're at. You take them off that team, then your team is really just Swiss cheese. But for example, you guys talk about franchise quarterbacks all the time in the NFL, and people are like, "Oh, this guy, is he a franchise?" For example, and I love these guys, but I don't want no shade towards Dak Prescott, but a Dak Prescott and Aaron Rodgers, those guys are in two different stratospheres in my opinion. But I use example since I'm a Chiefs fan, Alex Smith and Patrick Mahomes. So we had the same team with Alex Smith, and we were only able to hit a certain ceiling, second round, probably get eliminated, maybe first round. You put Patrick Mahomes in there, shoo, rocket fuel straight to the Super Bowl, man. We hear 4 AFC championship games, and we just kind of contenders every year. So I feel like that's the difference between a superstar and just a regular, I don't want to say star, but just a good player.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, bro. That was perfectly well said. Mainly just because I do agree with you that to be a superstar, you have to be that player that can lead your team no matter who else is on the team. You know what I'm saying? Like LeBron, we've seen him carry some of the shittiest teams in existence. You know what I'm saying? Like the 2018, 19 Cavs team or 2017, 2018 Cavs team, that shit was horrendous. And he ended up getting into the playoffs. They ended up losing in the finals to the Golden State Warriors, the best team of all time. So to me, to be a superstar, you have to be that next level player to where it's like, no matter who else is on that team, you could have all bums on that team, and you're leading them to the playoffs minimum. I feel like you should be considered a superstar, especially if you're doing this year after year. Now, Damian Lillard, he did suffer an injury last year, so he obviously couldn't be there for his team. But I mean, when we take all of that, we put that to the side, and Damian Lillard is playing, we all know what he's capable of, especially when it comes to leading his team to playoffs or even playoff wins. You know what I'm saying? Like we said, we've seen what he's done to players like my guy, Paul George, you know what I'm saying? Or even back in 2014 against the Houston Rockets, where he hit, I think it was their first playoff series win in I forgot how many years, but in 2014, Damian Lillard was doing his thing all the way back then. And you guys have to think that's almost a decade ago. So that's almost 10 years of great basketball being played by one of the best players in the league, if not a top 3 point guard in the league. So to say that he is not a superstar is kind of ridiculous, but we've all said some pretty, dumb shit as basketball analysts or people that just analyze basketball, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to just put all the blame on Taylor Brooks. Everyone at the end of the day does have their opinion on what a superstar is. And me personally, I do personally believe a lot of people or a lot more other players are superstars than maybe a lot of other people might think. Like to me, a player like Donovan Mitchell, he's a superstar. He's been in the league 5-6 years. He's led his team to the playoffs multiple times. And honestly, he's one of the best playoff players in the league right now, for being honest. Like last year was the only exception. You know what I'm saying? Like he kind of played shitty, but all the years before that, he was giving a run for his money. And yeah, man, that's kind of my thoughts on it. And what I personally think a superstar is. And I'm more lenient. I feel like, Taj, you said earlier, there's like how many superstars in the league? Like 8 to 10, you said? To me, bro, I'd say there's probably like 10 to 25, if we're being honest. Like, I personally think there's a lot more. Like, a lot of people don't consider Jason Tatum a superstar. I personally do. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of just differs from your opinion. But I think it's kind of ridiculous to say that Damian Lillard, who is a top 3 point guard, like I said, is not a superstar. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, bro. So I'll first start off and just address what she said. I definitely don't agree. I definitely think Damian Lillard is a superstar. He's definitely had his superstar defining moments where he sends a whole team, waves off a whole team,
crazy,
with a shot from 500 feet, cash money. We've seen Dame overperform, play to the best of his ability in critical moments, whether he came up short or one or did what he needed to do and got the outcome he wanted. I still think he's a superstar at the end of the day. I just think if Taylor would have put some context behind it, I would have had a little bit more respect. Doesn't mean I think of her differently as an analyst or anything like that. I know a lot of people will kind of go into, oh, she doesn't know sports. I don't think that. She's around basketball 24/7. At the end of the day, she did get hired to do a job about basketball. So she knows something about sports. She's probably more qualified than I am to talk about a lot of things in basketball. Yeah. So what makes a superstar for me, I think, is a person who excels in all aspects that they can control. Like you talked about Patrick Mahomes in football, he can't control the defensive side of the game, but offensively, he's dealing, he's throwing dimes, he's on the run, he's throwing no look passes, he's getting the ball to where it needs to be, he's calling out coverages, doing all that kind of stuff. But in basketball, you got both ends of the ball. You may not excel, you may not be the greatest in defense, but what can I do as a team? Because team defenses, I feel like, can be greater than individual defense. If you're locking up as a team, knowing what the next play is, you look at a guy like LeBron who knows his X's and O's, can control the game when he's off the court. He can tell you what's going to happen next. He can tell you, okay, you need to be here. He can tell you, okay, they're getting ready to run this play. You look at these guys who can control the game and excel in all aspects of the game, defensively, offensively, and ultimately go to bat when the game's on the line. Who's the guy you want out there? And if you tell me you don't want Damian Lillard out there, I don't know if I can go with that. But yeah, that's just what kind of makes a few qualifications that make you a superstar to me. And I think in my opinion, Dame is definitely a superstar. He's one of those guys. But if Taylor says Dame's not a superstar, and then she goes and chops off a lot of players and says they're not superstars and gives me an excellent reason and defends her stance, hey, that's fine with me. Is that what she goes with? But
That's
in my
right,
opinion, Dame's definitely one of those. He's one of those guys.
for sure, bro. And I think it's almost not even debatable. But obviously, like I said, everyone's opinions, differs. So yeah, we just kind of have to take it with a grain of salt. I think everyone up here obviously thinks Damian Lillard is a superstar. And one thing I'd like to say is making superstar money does not mean you are a superstar. We have players like Rudy Gobert making 200 plus, and he's only efficient on one side of the ball. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like we also have to take into consideration just because you're getting 100 to 50 or 150 mil to 200 mil does not mean you are a superstar player by any means. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's just one thing we have to put out there. But yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, that's just crazy. But for the next topic we got up here, man, obviously there's been a lot of talk about Kevin Durant being traded from the Brooklyn Nets just because of all the turmoil that's been going on over there in Brooklyn. But recently this week, we had Kevin Durant take back his trade request. I'm not really too sure why. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was pretty thorough with wanting to leave the Brooklyn Nets. I kind of have an idea why, but I'm not 100% sure. So I kind of just want to get your guys' opinion on Kevin Durant taking back his trade request, what you guys possibly think the ceiling is for this team, and also, you guys think this was a good move for Kevin Durant?
All right, bro. A wise man once said, "Look before you leap, bro." And I don't think KD really thought this out very well, bro. It never made sense. I think you can go back and check the old podcast, bro. We've been saying this never made any sense. Yeah. Obviously, there was a shock value when it first happened, bro. We was running around like, "Hey, we gotta hop on the pod," but like after a while, it just didn't make any sense. Like KD, for one, why do you want to get traded? I don't think we ever figured that out. And then two, who's gonna trade for you and still have a championship team intact? There's really nobody in the league, bro. I mean, he said the Phoenix Suns, the Miami Heat can only offer so much. The Phoenix Suns only have 2-3 players that can throw into the trade. But really the issue the whole time was like, how are the Nets gonna get equal value for Kevin Durant?
Yeah.
And I want to say much respect. I never side with the owners in these type of situations. But much respect to Joe Tsai, bro.
He held it up.
He held his own. He said, KD, all right, we'll trade you, bro. But we got to get equal value, knowing that he's never going to get equal value and just kind of holding on to him. For one, KD, he didn't have any leverage. Bro, you just signed a contract for 4 years. If you feel unhappy in any way, bro, why would you sign a 4-year contract? Why don't you sign a LeBron specialty 1+1 deal where you have a player opt or you can opt out? So KD's trade request never made sense, man. But I love KD, bro, as a player. I even love him as a person, bro. But sometimes he just really drives me crazy because he talked about how everybody's just blaming KD. And it's funny, bro, but like, it's kind of weird seeing KD like react to every single comment, bro. Like, I'll be on there just like that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He cares too much. He just cares too much, bro.
Yeah, bro. I feel like at some point that can become a detriment to you as a person and just your happiness, bro. Social media is like, bro, it's like a black hole, bro. You could really just get lost in it if you really count it too much, bro. I feel like you just gotta like, and I'm not saying KD's not a regular person, he can't hop on social media, but like even me, bro, I'm nowhere near KD's level, bro. But going through comment sections and arguing with people that you don't know, it really just zaps your energy, bro. So I feel like KD just has to do a better job of kind of blocking that out, bro, however he can, or just kind of limiting himself on social media so he's not on there too much. Yeah. I know it's hard not to go back and forth with people, man, but like I said, this trade request never made any sense. And shout out to Pat Bev for calling him out and saying, KD, now I understand like, he has the power to do this, bro, but just because you have power doesn't mean you have to use it every time. So shout out to Pat Bev for calling him out because there's a lot of guys, bro. I didn't even think about Pat Bev said it, but there's a lot of guys that are waiting on this KD domino to fall so they can sign with the team or make a move, man. So KD, bro, get it together.
Yeah, bro. Taking a lot of money out of motherfuckers' pockets. But no, real shit, bro. I 100% agree with you. And the main reason for that is just because, like you said, bro, there really wasn't a trade that made sense for either team. The Brooklyn Nets, they wouldn't be getting what they want for Kevin Durant back. And the team that Kevin Durant goes to is not going to be as competitive as they were before he got there. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's debatable because it is Kevin Durant. But say he gets traded to the Phoenix Suns, they're giving up Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and potentially another 2 or 3 players, something like that, and maybe some picks. You know what I'm saying? And that's 2 of the best Suns defenders right there. So, you know what I'm saying? it just doesn't really make sense for either side, if you ask me. And honestly, like you said, bro, we definitely do got to give respect to the Brooklyn Nets because they're not trying to go through that Kevin Garnett trade situation they went through like damn near 10 years ago.
Most teams get bullied, bro. They get bullied in their trade superstar.
Yeah, facts. And also, I am definitely all for player empowerment, but not when it comes to, just like jipping, first of all, an organization. You know what I'm saying? If an organization is doing right by you, I see no reason to, do wrong by them because that's just not right. You feel me? If they're doing everything, we can't sit here in the Nets. We can't sit here and say the Nets didn't do everything Kevin Durant and Kyrie wanted. You know what I'm saying? So for Kevin Durant to go out here and act like the way he did over the past, month and a half is just honestly ridiculous, especially as a grown ass man, a superstar in this league, a top 3 player, debatable top 1. It's insane, bro. And it just it gives a bad reputation to, I don't know, athletes in general, because it makes them just look like so privileged. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you literally have gotten everything you want from the Brooklyn Nets. You got your best friend here, a couple of them. You got Blake Griffin, who he wanted there, James Harden. You got Kyrie there. He even got old-ass DeAndre Jordan there. DeAndre Jordan shouldn't even have I'm just being real. He shouldn't be on no damn NBA roster in 2022. He got it, yeah. See, and the fact that he had a job because Kevin Durant wanted him on the team.
I'm disrespecting. He used to be a dog, bro. He used to be a dog.
Real shit, he definitely was. He definitely was. But, I mean, once you lose your athleticism that you rely on so heavily, it's game over. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Blake Griffin. But, yeah, it's just a total mess. I think I know why Kevin Durant took this trade request back, obviously, just like you said, because there wasn't really a trade that was suitable for him. So he was just kind of like thinking in the back of his mind, probably like, yeah, I'd probably just have the best bet just staying with the Brooklyn Nets, who have Kyrie. They have, they have Ben Simmons still. They just picked up Royce O'Neal, TJ Warren. Like, they have a very, very good competitive team if they stay together. And I feel like Kevin Durant ended up noticing that, but it's just going to be a little awkward if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? After all the turmoil that went down over the past, just this offseason, and then going back to that, you know what I'm saying, with Ben Simmons' cloud hovering around him, Kyrie Irving's cloud, and then you got Kevin Durant. It's just a whole mess, but these guys are really talented, so I bet they could probably figure out and make a playoff push. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to count them out just because they have Kevin Durant.
I'm glad you said what you said about Kyrie Irving, because that's another piece that's really, bro, frustrates me so much, because it's like Kyrie Irving always has like some type of mood that
animosity. Yeah,
it just doesn't make any sense, bro. Like
some type of grudge.
For one, bro, my dad thinks I don't like Kyrie Irving because he left LeBron, bro. I could give a damn about that shit, bro. Because LeBron he's still flourishing right now, bro. So I could care less. But I don't like people that try to act like they like 1,000 times smarter than you, bro. It's like you're not really even saying shit, bro. Like, this man came out and was like, if you guys are ready to get out of the gaze of the media, come listen to my podcast. I'm like, Kyrie, you're not saying shit that's like that much smarter than anybody else, bro. Bro, like,
bro, it seems like you hating a little bit, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'll be acting like he's outright.
Hate like him up.
It really just frustrates me, bro. But let's get back to the topic.
Hey, he just trying to market his pod, bro.
Kyrie Irving is he's another piece of this puzzle, bro. Like, I feel like as soon as the Nets can get up from under both them guys, they're gonna do it, bro. But I think this doesn't make any sense to me, bro, because why would you want to get traded now when you guys have a full offseason to get prepared for next season? Because, bro, if we're being honest, the Brooklyn Nets kind of do have excuses on why they didn't succeed these past 2 years. The first year KD and Kyrie got there, KD was hurt. We'll chalk that up. The second year, Kyrie Irving got hurt. James Harden was hurt. Cool. We seen KD go stupid. Third year, you traded for Ben Simmons. James Harden wanted to get traded midseason. You traded for Ben Simmons. He didn't play. You guys got swept. It is what it is. Why would you guys not try to get back together as a team and build continuity? Because that was kind of their issue, chemistry and continuity, right? So why would you not get them all back together and really just get in the lab, get in the gym? We've been seeing people working out together. So why don't y'all all you guys get together, work out, get ready for next season? I mean, Steve Nash is Steve Nash. I don't really think he's that big of a deal as a head coach, bro, because you do have the best players in the league, some of the best players in the league. So why don't you guys not get back together and really just try to make a push, bro? Because you guys do have some valid excuses for why you guys didn't win a chip or even make it. So I feel like KD, bro, like, lock in, bro. This trade request doesn't make any sense.
I'm gonna just go ahead and throw my 2 cents in really quick. I feel like y'all touched on a lot, but I just want to talk about this like player empowerment aspect and feeling like y'all, I know y'all heard many times in y'all life of too much of anything good is a bad thing. And I feel like when anybody gets too much power, it kind of it's a bad thing. I felt like in this situation, it was a bad thing for KD to say, "Oh, I want to go here. No, I want to go here." And you see all these players like jumping ship every 2 seconds, every time something doesn't go their way or something doesn't look the correct way or someone says something funny to them. I don't think. I mean, I'm for the player empowerment, but I think there should be to an extent to where you can't just like, "Oh, I don't want to play for this team. I'm gonna hold out all these games, or I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do that." So I think the trade request in itself was very foolish, but I think, like you said, they played their cards right. KD, you're not getting ready to go nowhere. If you want to go somewhere, I need the whole team, and you can go play by yourself, basically. So I just think the trade request was goofy. I think someone may have got in his ear and said, "KD, what are you doing?" So I'm glad he kind of took it back, and hopefully him and Kyrie can get to everybody in that organization can get to a common consensus and just settle down and play the game of basketball, which is the ultimate goal in your job here is just to play basketball. We're not asking for too much more. We're not asking for you to go on Twitter and tweet unless you're getting paid for it. I mean, if you're paying anybody to write a post, it's fine, but you may have to just listen to the media, go to the press conference, and that's about it. Just do your job. You know what I'm saying? We're not asking you to do no extra ass shit. I'm low-key over it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, thank bro. The whole Brooklyn Nets, to be honest, the whole organization.
Yeah, bro.
It's just a drama fest over there. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's ridiculous, bro. There really isn't even much more to say about the topic, just because I mean, we just got to see what happens. You know what I'm saying with this team? Kyrie Irving just came back, signed an extension. Ben Simmons hopefully will play this season. That's a lot to ask, but
get him in the gym, man. But
hey, Ben Simmons, think you finna get that bread back?
Yeah,
Hell
bro.
No.
I think he did though, didn't he?
He might have, bro. It wouldn't surprise me.
20 mil back.
No, he don't need no fucking bread back.
I think he did get something back, but
paid.
I don't remember how much, bro. That shit is ridiculous. Yeah, bro. It's not right. I think the player empowerment has just gone downhill over the past year. You've seen players just do whatever the fuck they want. Yeah, it's too much.
Power corrupts absolutely.
You gotta be some type of balance between like the league doesn't get ran over and the basketball doesn't become bad basketball because nobody wants to play and super politicky, and then the league can have total control over the player. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I like the Brooklyn Nets next season, bro, as a contender. If they can really like lock in and focus on the task at hand, bro, they got a squad over there, man. But
they definitely do, bro.
They're definitely always a contender, but I can't say I like them.
Who knows, bro? That's all I'm saying. You know what? With personalities, bro, who knows what's gonna go down over there.
Thanks, man. But for this next topic we got, man, we are kind of still on a somber note, man. Chet Holmgren. I said Chet Mahomes. Chet Holmgren. We got done talking about Patrick Mahomes. I'm over here tweaking, but no,
Chet Mahomes.
Chet Mahomes. That sounds like a low key could be an NBA player. I ain't gonna lie, but okay, Chet Holmgren. We got Chet Holmgren, man. One of the second overall pick in this year's draft, man. Unfortunately, had a very, very unfortunate foot injury in a pro-am game. And I just want to know your guys' thoughts on this because we were really excited for the Oklahoma City Thunder season coming up. And this is it's just sad, bro. Like, I don't really even know what else to say about it. This fucking sucks because second overall pick, highly anticipated. Everyone in the world, the basketball world, was watching, just wanting to see what he will bring to the table. And unfortunately, we have to wait a whole other season. But I will say there is some notable players that have gotten hurt the rookie year and have came back the next year and won Rookie of the Year. Ben Simmons, Blake Griffin, one of the best of all time.
Ben Simmons ain't deserved that.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I think he played pretty well, but I mean, it's debatable, bro. Blake Griffin won it, so I can't talk shit because that's my guy, you feel me? But I just want to know your guys' thoughts on this injury, what you guys think Chet Holmgren should, progressively work towards over this next season of rehab. Like, you guys think he should try to put on some extra weight over the next year? Do you guys think he should just try to focus on this game? How you guys feeling, man?
I'm cool, bro. I'm glad you brought that up because I didn't even know Blake Griffin missed his rookie season. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, bro. That shit sucked. He broke his kneecap, bro. That shit was terrible. He literally broke that shit down the middle.
But hey, bro, this really just shows that there's still like it's not like all bad. Like people feel, oh damn, he's done. Like he getting hurt. Like nah, bro, he's straight. Like he just gonna have to get back this season. Rehab. Unfortunately, this happened right before the season, so he didn't have much time to really. That window of getting back for this season is very slim, bro. But hey, I feel like there's still hope. And Coop, I'm glad you said that as far as him, what should he work on? Because I feel like that just gives him more fuel and just more motivation to be like, damn, when I get back, bro, I'm gonna go crazy. Like I'm putting up crazy numbers because I'm excited for him, bro. As unfortunate as this injury was, bro, and him getting hurt right before we wanted to see him, man, we had plans. We still had plans, but we had plans of seeing Chet Holmgren personally. Yeah. So this sucks, bro, because like we seen him play in college, seen him play in high school, bro. He has a weird body type, bro. So I wanted to see what he looked like in the NBA, how he matched up with and we got to see him play against LeBron, but like players like LeBron, players like they're just strong players that have muscle, bro. Like, how is he gonna hold up? And as we know, bro, I've been watching Chet. I'm not gonna say I was like his biggest fan, but I was watching him in high school and watching him in college, bro. And I can tell he's really a hooper, bro. Because you could tell he just wanted to be out there playing in the pro-ams, bro. Just whenever he could play, he really just wanted to be hooping, bro. So I think Chet Holmgren, still has a bright future, bro. Obviously, I wanted to see him play with OKC this year, bro. But I think if he really works on, I don't want to say he should get like hella muscular, bro, because I feel like a lot of people just think putting muscle on is the only option. I think what happened to him was a freak injury, bro. And I think if he could kind of work on, obviously, just staying in shape, bro. The foot is a tough injury, bro, because you can't move around as well as you once could, bro. That sucks. But I think, bro, there's still ways to get around like that injury, bro. You can still get in the gym, kind of, chair shooting. We even seen RP Cole, one of the greatest, bro. He was hurt. He had hand injuries. He was still shooting with the other hand, bro. So if I know Chet as well as I think I know him, bro, he's gonna find a way to always get better, bro. So I'm excited, bro. And then we have all these different people we can look at that missed the rookie season, bro. So he's still gonna be around the game, bro. He's still gonna be learning and getting better as far as X's and O's. His body's gonna get stronger. So honestly, bro, this may be a blessing in disguise, as hard as that is to think about right now, bro.
Yeah. Hey, man, that's perfect. I'm glad you said that was a blessing in disguise, because I was talking to a couple Oklahoma fans, and I was telling them the same thing. I'm like, bro, this could low-key be beneficial towards him. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people were criticizing his body not really being NBA ready yet. And I feel like another year of him just kind of rehabbing, just putting on muscle, getting his body right in general, I feel like that would help him a lot, just getting his body NBA ready. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, bro, we saw him in a pro-am game. Imagine a full-on NBA intensity game, bro. Like, I hope he can deal with it, which I'm pretty confident he can, because we all know he's talented, but it's just kind of the questions about his body and his stability. You know what I'm saying? But
and bro, let me ask you this too. Do y'all think people's concerns are valid, bro? Because when I watch Chet personally, it's kind of like, you like grimacing a little bit because like his body is just so weird, bro. He's so long and lanky. And I feel like that LeBron injury, bro, like, I feel like it was a freak injury, bro, but just the way his body's set up, bro, I don't think he knows how to fully control his whole 7 foot, I think he's 7 foot frame, bro.
Yeah.
I think the concerns are valid. What do y'all think?
Yeah, I definitely think they're valid, bro. They're definitely warranted, just because, I mean, like you said, bro, he only weighs like 180 to 190 pounds and he's 7 foot. Like, we got to let that sink in, bro. That's kind of crazy. Like, I'm 6 foot.
I weigh more than bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm like 6'1" and I weigh like 10 pounds less than him, 20. Like, it's crazy, bro. So I definitely would like to see Chet, put on some extra weight, bro. Just regardless if it's muscle, obviously we don't want him to get out of shape and fat or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? If he could put on a little extra meat, bro, I feel like at least a 10 to 15, 20, maybe even 30 pounds. I feel like that would help tremendously, bro, because he is going to get banged around a lot, especially since OKC is already kind of a skinny team. Like, you got Poku on the team, like that team, like they're definitely not that durable. You know what I'm saying? Even Shea, Josh Giddey, like that team is very, very fragile, if we're being honest. So we kind of have to take that into consideration. And yeah, bro, I definitely feel like Chet could come back next year, after getting his body a little bit more NBA ready, and I feel like he could still flourish. You know what I'm saying? As a second overall pick.
Yeah, but all is not lost.
Yeah, bro. I think very unfortunate, but I agree with you. I just think this was a kind of a freak accident outside the normal realm. We see players come in with questionable builds. You can take Kevin Durant, for example. You see how he's excelled, and he's one of the top players, or if not the top player in the league. A lot of people come with these concerns like, oh, will they be this? Will they be that? You just honestly have to wait and see. But I think there are a lot of players who are living proof as to why players like Chet can make it in the league. And I think, like you said, he has a great work ethic, a great mindset towards the game. So I think he'll bounce back nonetheless. Hopefully he get with Bron, man. Bron your boy Bron injured, bro. So hopefully he give him that 100, that $1 million to get his body right, bro.
I bet LeBron said something to him after. I bet he was telling him.
Yeah, he probably is one of those guys. Yeah, LeBron is a real stand-up guy. He probably said that he take a meal, go get your body right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, LeBron, bro. Bro. LeBron is definitely one of the most respectable. As much hate as he gets, bro, he's always there for the young guys. So yeah, facts. You always gotta show love to that. But one more thing I like to say, bro, is Taj, we were talking about in the group chat the other day, bro. We were saying like, do you think Chet could possibly have like a longevity type of career, or do you think his career could possibly be like a Yao Ming where it's like a 10, 11 years, but it's still a pretty dominant career? You know what I'm saying? I want to know your guys' thoughts about that.
Hey, cool, bro. I'm glad you brought that up. I was just thinking that in the back of my head, bro.
Yeah, bro. I forgot about that. I was like, oh, shit.
Jimmy High Roller, bro. Shout out to him, one of the biggest basketball YouTubers on YouTube. He made a video, bro, as far as like players that have frames like Chet and just over 7 foot. Players over 7 foot, bro. I forgot what the exact like stats he was putting up, but like players over 7 foot, they have a lot of injuries, bro. As far as like lower body is a tough injury to have when you over 7 foot, bro. But if you think about it, bro, as much as we love Yao Ming and you think back on it, bro, he was injured a lot, bro. He didn't have a long career. KD might be the only exception, and KD's injured a lot too. As much as people don't like to realize it, bro, he does have a lot of major injuries, bro. But it's tough, bro, because when the Chet got injured, I thought about the guy next year that's coming in, Victor Wembanyama, bro, and I'm like, Chet's 7 foot, and bro, I have a hard time watching him sometimes because the way his body is just moving, bro. He's super lanky, super long. Victor Wembanyama 7'4", bro, and he's playing like a guard. He's not playing like no Rudy Gobert. He's playing like a guard, bro. He's a tough player.
He's just asking for trouble.
I'm like, and I don't want to like act like these guys don't know how to play basketball, bro, because they've been hooping like professionally, stuff like that, especially over in France. But like, how long is bro gonna be able to hoop in the league without getting hurt? Like, I'm kind of like concerned for these guys, bro, that have these weird type of builds, bro. But Chet, I think Chet will be fine, bro, because he's right at 7 foot. But like, yeah, bro, I don't know. I think he might have to get, like, you guys joked about him getting with LeBron. He might have to get with a guy like Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant, as much as people like to make fun of him, bro, Kevin Durant is strong as hell. He might not be like,
he definitely is,
but he's strong, so he might have
bro,
to.
He literally weighs the same as Giannis, and they just have two completely different builds. Like literally weigh the same weight. So yeah, bro, that's facts.
Or he could actually, no, I don't know. Giannis is too big, bro. Giannis is like, I don't think Chet trying to get bro.
Bro, that motherfucker was huge, bro. Like Giannis. Yeah, no, it's way different. Y'all remember that picture, right? A couple years ago, we had the dumbbells. I was like, damn. About it too, bro,
but he came from the string being too, though. So
yeah, he definitely did. He definitely did, bro. That's a great point. You know what I'm saying?
No disrespecting Giannis, but him and Chet play totally different games. I don't think Chet's trying to play like that, because Chet's more refined basketball player. And I don't want to get into this discussion because a lot of people be trying to slide Giannis. Giannis is a dog, bro, but Giannis is
he's more of a run to the rim type of player. And I mean, that's just facts. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's not, as like I don't even like, it's just not as, I don't even know, agile. You know what I'm saying? Chet, he's more agile than Giannis, I'd say, but Giannis is still talented. You know what I'm saying? But I kind of definitely agree with you, bro.
I hope I'm wrong, but
no, I feel you. It's tough to say, bro. It's tough to say because even in just real life, take basketball out of it, 7-footers, they tend not to live as long as regular people. You know what I'm saying? People that are like below 6'6", 6'7", some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't about that.
Yeah, bro. It's just because I don't know what it is. I was watching, some type of video on YouTube the other day where it's kind of like this physical therapist. He was basically answering a bunch of questions from the internet. And someone asked about why do 7-footers have a hard time living longer than just people that are shorter. And they just, I don't know what it is. It's just their body tends to, wear and tear a lot faster just throughout life. And also that they don't have, there's something in your brain that can determine balance. And 7-footers or just tall people in general, they, over time, once they get older, like their brain has trouble, defining balance. So they tend to just, lose balance a lot of the time. So it definitely is hard being a 7-foot or even like 6'10" plus human. You know what I'm saying? So we have to take that into consideration as well, man. Not just at basketball, everything aside, like just being a 7-footer in real life, bro, that shit would be hard. You know what I'm saying? Just like driving.
You sticking out like a sore thumb, bro.
Yeah, like a sore thumb, bro. Like imagine getting shot at, bro. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Imagine getting shot at, bro. You like the biggest target, bro. That would be some shit. Oh God. No, real shit. No, real shit, bro. But that shit. That it is, bro. But I really hope Chet can come back stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like physically, mentally, all of that, bro. Because he was the second overall pick. All three of us up here were so damn excited to see what he could bring to the table for this Oklahoma City Thunder team. And now that he's out with the fucking foot injury the rest of the year, it's really unfortunate. But like we said at the beginning, man, this could possibly be a blessing in disguise, man. He could put on some more weight, get his body more NBA ready, and come back stronger. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. I'm excited for Chet's comeback. Do you guys have anything else to say about this?
I think we got it pretty much covered, bro. I wish, bro, a speedy recovery, definitely, bro.
Facts.
I think he has a high ceiling, lots of potential, bro. So I'm excited to see when he comes back how he kind of changed the game and how he can hopefully impact the OKC Thunder's future.
Yeah, bro.
Real quick,
However,
I got a kind of a funny question.
Yeah,
So we just talked about height.
Mm-hmm.
So we all are about 6 foot on this podcast. If you guys could be like, if this is like a 2K creative player, bro, you could create your own height, bro. What would your height be? Just as far as basketball in real life.
6'6". That's the perfect
I
height,
feel like that's
bro.
perfect, bro.
Because you're right in the middle, bro. You got the speed, you got the length, bro, you literally, that's just the perfect build to me, bro. 6'6", that's like what DeJounte Murray is, I think. And I feel like that's just a perfect build, bro.
Yeah.
That's perfect height, bro.
Between like that 6'4", 6'6" range, bro. I feel like any bigger than that, bro, you're going to be like, because obviously you're going to be bigger than everybody, bro. At 6 foot, you kind of bigger than like the normal average human being, bro. But like, you 7 foot, bro, I feel like that's kind of like, it might be a little uncomfortable, bro, just trying to do regular stuff.
Yeah.
Like Shaq, bro, he got to get a big ass car. You got to have a big ass
bed,
bro, like,
that's what I'm saying, bro. Big ass bed, bro. Like, bro, that shit would suck.
Even right now at 6 foot, bro, just like certain things is kind of uncomfortable. It's like, damn, bro, my knees is like in the back of the chair, stuff like that. But like,
hey, bro, speaking of that, bro, growing up, I always used to want to be like, my dream height was 6'4", bro. That was my dream height always growing up. Bro. I wanted to be
about there,
6'4".
aren't you? You like 6'3", right?
6'2". It's about 6'2".
Damn, bro, you seem a lot taller than, look, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Every time I get around y'all, bro, every time I get around y'all, it's like
inches.
being in New York. It's like being in New York next to them tall ass buildings. I'm like, fuck, bro.
Yeah,
shit
bro.
Crazy.
But like y'all was talking about Shaq and shit, bro. I was looking like last week I was in this at JCPenney's and Shaq got like a suit section and it had like the suit size he wears, and I was like, damn, let me try this on. That hoe is
big ass blankets, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Use them bitches as blinds.
Just a stack suit size, but I was trying to see how it fit, bro. That's a big dude. So I know doing a lot around 7 foot, but honestly, if I could be 7 foot, I'll probably be like around bronze height. If that's probably the max height I would like to be.
He's like 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah,
somewhere around there. That's a good. Yeah, that's.
But I like the around 6'4" to 6'6" range. But that would
anything
be
taller than 6'10" would be kind of just
excessive.
Yeah, that's just too much.
That's basically
that's almost 7. Yeah, bro. That's like Blake Griffin height, bro. But I mean, fuck, bro. That should be crazy. That shit would be crazy.
But if I could be a 7 footer just for a basketball game, I definitely would, bro.
Hell yeah, bro.
I was never the biggest guy growing up, bro. So I would want to know what it's like to just be able to just throw people shots, bro.
Accidentally,
lobs, like
accidentally on God.
I think that would be pretty dope. But just like living as a 7 footer, bro, I don't know if I want to do that. But that's kind of like
your back would always fucking hurt.
I don't want to say my 600-pound life, bro, but it's kind of just like a uncomfort that you feel just. And we got to talk to a 7 footer, bro. If we can get like somebody that's that tall on here, bro, and just kind of see what it's like, bro. But like me, yeah, bro. I don't know. That would just be kind of uncomfortable, bro. So
definitely, driving in the whip, bro. Your back gonna be on 10 and shit.
Like these.
You don't have to be in the back seat.
Hey, bro, I just think about that, like, bro. Even getting in the shower, is here, bro. I just seem like a giant in a college dorm, bro. You slide in the shower at 7 foot. Hey, bro, I'm not even sure you getting washed for real.
You're not, bro. You gonna have to go on the lake or something.
Yeah, bro.
God, you have to kind of create everything for your size, bro. Clothes, shoes. I mean, you can go to Ross and get some shoes, bro.
I don't know. Yeah,
bro. They got them big ass
15, 16. It's not the wrong.
Oh God, they got them bitches for $40.
All right, guys. The injury happened in a pro-am game. Unfortunately, the crossover league ran by Jamal Crawford. You guys think this is going to stop players in the future from participating in events like this?
No. I mean, yes. Let me say that. Yes, absolutely. Yes. I think it'll affect players. I'm gonna give a real quick answer. I think it'll affect players definitely. Like how we seen Team USA, a lot of players are after that freak injury. PG had, I think a lot of players are like, nah, I'm cool off that. I don't want to jeopardize the NBA season for this. So I think it'll definitely have an impact on players and even teams saying, I don't know if I want you playing in that. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe put it in contracts and things like that. Like, I don't want you playing in these pro-am games, but it is dope to see these players play and kind of show their love for the game and playing basketball outside of the NBA, man.
Yeah, real shit. Yeah, we just got done talking about this, like, I want to say 2 weeks ago. We were talking about our thoughts on NBA players coming out and playing more pro-am games. And we all love the idea of it. You know what I'm saying? We were all, very high on it. But now, after the second overall pick, Chet Holmgren goes down with a foot injury for the whole year, it definitely doesn't look great. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's going to stop NBA players from playing in pro-am games just because, like you said a little bit ago, Taj, this was a freak accident. The main reason this injury happened was because the floor was slippery from all the condensation and shit from so many people being in the gym at once. I just kind of feel like this is kind of like a not that likely of a scenario. So I kind of feel like maybe I feel like they'll probably play still continuously, maybe next year and shit like that. But I think for this year, I'm pretty sure they're done. I don't think they're going to run it back anytime like that. Just because, like you said, bro, this injury definitely kind of scares a lot of these players. They're probably like, nah, I ain't even trying to get involved in it, especially if a gym's getting packed out and you have all these people breathing in there, causing all this, the slipperiness on the floor and shit. Like, It's just not worth it. And at the end of the day, we can sit here and talk about the basketball aspect, but at the end of the day, these guys do have money on the line. Like, these guys have $1 million contracts. They got to feed their family. Yeah, facts, bro. It is a business. So if I was an NBA team, I'd make sure that when I sign a player, I put in their contract that I don't really want you playing, nothing like that. But as a fan side of things, hey, man, I love it. I love when you guys play. Just make sure it's in a safe, family-friendly condition. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no players having a risk of injury just because the floor is slippery and stuff like that. If that's the case, then I definitely don't think they should be playing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro. And let me add to that point that you made about, like, just the arena being packed. I definitely seen a few people talk to their experiences of going and trying to get into the game and how packed it was and almost how violent it kind of was to get into those games. Just like you look at the NBA has they have security, they have measures they take to make sure the facilities they sell tickets, so they're not going to be at capacity. If they are at capacity, they're going to make sure everything's running smooth, the floor is clean, players aren't slipping. I just think you don't have that kind of control or even that what is it? I guess standard that things aren't kept up to standard when you're playing in like a rec center or things like that. I think in the video, person was talking about how kids were getting trampled. They were waiting outside for days, and they said they were just throwing kids, and people started to get a little violent, basically saying, I don't give a fuck how long you've been standing here. If you've been here,
funny, bro. Like Buddy Ass was camping out the day before,
yeah,
but
people
didn't even get in.
That's what I'm saying, bro. If you have people going to the extreme measures just to get into the gym, then maybe, just maybe, you guys probably should not, go on with the game. That's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was even a clip on Instagram of a fan running up on LeBron on the court. I don't know if you guys seen it. I don't know what LeBron was doing, but like after that dude ran up on him, 10 fucking people were like charging at that dude. So it's kind of like, bro, you need to chill the fuck out. Your ass gonna really get fucked up.
Yeah, bro. Like he was in the layup line. I seen that. Mo ran out there, and hey, they was about to get rid of him.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, if shit like that's happening, like if it's more organized and shit like that, then I'd be cool with it. But like Todd said, bro, fucking that many people in there causing all the contests. I've never even heard of some shit like that. You know
I've never heard that either.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't know that could even happen. Like, if that many people were in a gym that compact, I didn't even know like it could cause the floor to, make it slippery and shit. So yeah, bro, I hope they're a lot safer in the future. Just like maybe have a fucking limit, you know what I'm saying? So how many people should go in there? Because there's no reason that bitch should be packed to the brim and some where you got fucking 3 people stacked on each other in the bleachers. Like, that's just uncalled for.
Hey, that is kind of nuts though that phenomenon has happened, because even growing up, we've been to pack HP games when HP was HP, and it was hot as hell in there. Everybody's in there trying to see the Hood Heroes hoop, man. We all in there packed in there just trying to get a glimpse.
And imagine for fucking NBA players in a little high school like facility, bro. That shit is fucking going bonkers, bro. That shit going bonkers.
Yeah, bro.
That
I
shit
don't
crazy.
know what school they was. I don't know if it was like a college gym or a high school gym, bro. But like, and I know a lot of people are blaming Jamal Crawford. I can see why, because it's like his league names on it, bro. I feel like it has to be more like more like
organized.
Organized event, bro. We gotta
safe too,
bro. Yeah, we gotta make sure they said there's no AC in there, bro. Like we all been at the gyms, bro. I'm gonna just throw Burke out there for example, bro. We know what it's like to play on a slick ass court. Hey, I'm gonna call Burke out right now too, bro. Burke is ridiculous because it's slick as hell.
It's terrible.
And then they got rain. I don't know if it's rain or like a leak dropping from the ceiling. They're trying to throw buckets and towels in there, bro. But it just keeps leaking all day. So there's wet spots.
They got antifreeze dropping out the ceiling.
on both sides of the court. And then it's not even that big for one. And then we have a big ass staircase right on the court.
You asking for an injury, you been there, bro.
That's bro. So as an NBA player, bro, I think you gotta obviously protect your bottom line. But like a player, I guess players that already made their money are not too worried about that, bro. But like, I feel like if you think the court's like, if it's unsafe, the conditions the player are unsafe, because it's already a risk just going out there and playing in general. But I feel like you times that risk by 1,000 when you just, it's crazy like that. But like, I never heard of nothing like that. I agree with y'all, but like being in the car, if you think about it, during the winter time, everybody's in the car talking, then the windows get all fogged up and stuff like that. So I can imagine. I know you guys seen the highlights, bro. The gym was like, the bleachers was packed, but then like onto the floor was packed, bro. It looked like he was at Rutgers, bro. How packed it was, also. Yeah, that's,
you got to think about it, bro. A car is a lot smaller spot. You know what I'm saying? With like 4 people in there. Imagine a whole fucking gym. Like that is insane that it got that packed to the point where there was literally condensation and shit on the floor. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy.
It's funny though that folks was camped out like 24, 48 hours.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
I got there and then folks was pulling up right when they opened up. We're like, hey, we don't give a damn about none of that y'all talking about, bro. It's straight.
I'd be mad as hell if I camped out, bro. Hell no.
But no, they didn't have it kind of lit out there, bro. I seen they had like people that were camped out overnight had basketball going as hooping. I thought it was pretty dope, man. But
it is.
Yeah, bro, I just think it was a dope event for the NBA community. Unfortunately, we lost the number 2 pick for the season, man. But I don't think this is going to stop players from playing, bro. Like I said a few weeks ago, if it's in your heart to go out there and put on a show for the fans, bro, a free show, because we all know that was free, so folks was wilding. A free show for the fans, bro, it's just in your heart. You're going to go out there and hoop. But if you have any type of reservations about I might get hurt, I feel like you should just stay home and not even go out there, because if you think about getting hurt, bro, it's more likely you will get hurt.
Real shit.
But hey, let's get this jump ball jumping, man.
Restricts, you are crazy.
Get to it, man. Let's get to it. We got another jump ball segment coming back at y'all. Y'all see the whistles back. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see the whistles back, man. We back at y'all with another jump ball segment. Let's first off start off with this question, man. I'll let Coop break it down for y'all because he came with a phenomenal question this week for us, man. So talk to us, man.
Let's do it, man. So obviously, we just got done talking about, superstar criteria in the league, man. And, one thing under those superstars is a lot of players that are still developing. You know what I'm saying? We still have players getting better year in and year out. So I want to ask you guys, man, and I want to just know, who do you guys think that didn't average 20 points last year could possibly average 20-plus points this upcoming season in the 2022-2023 NBA season, man? What players do you guys think is going to take that next level, that next step to become a superstar, an all-star, a 20-point per game scorer? You never know, bro. Like, we don't know, man. There's so much talent in the league. So I just want to know your guys' top 3 players that could possibly average 20-plus points this upcoming season.
So the way we're going to do this, to kind of explain it, we'll all have 3 players. We're going to go back and forth.
Sure.
I'm going to start it off with Tyrese Maxey. I feel like I feel like
yeah,
everybody in Philly, even James Harden, everybody knows how good this guy is. I can see him just taking that next step. I believe he was at like 17 or 18 points a game last year. I feel like it's only right he just goes ahead and hits that 20 point per game mark.
Thanks. I 100% agree with you, bro. That is a great choice, man. Tyrese Maxey. And honestly, we could just sit here and talk about some of the players that we're choosing. You know what I'm saying? Just give our thoughts and opinions. I definitely love that pick. Tyrese Maxey, I think even with James Harden getting in shape, and I definitely do think James Harden is going to be back to where he was maybe a couple years ago, if not very close. I still do believe in Tyrese Maxey. Like, I definitely think, regardless of Joel Embiid getting his and James Harden getting his, I think Tyrese Maxey is gonna still fit in and get his in too. You know what I'm saying? That 20 point per game. So I definitely like that big, bro.
I'm a come back with something a little different, man. I've been kind of, even though there's been a damper put on there this season, I'm kind of excited to see Josh Giddey, man. I think he'll be one of those guys. I've been kind of watching these guys, man. I'm kind of getting excited watching their game, watching their highlights. I don't know who sent it in the GC, but Josh Giddey was grilling some folks in a I think I don't know where it was at, but it was in a random court at a rec or something. He was grilling them. That's one player I'm excited to see who. I think he'll be a guy to potentially average 20 points. I feel like he's at the stage. He's got some experience under his belt. He has the tools, to be honest. I think there's a guy to keep watch for.
Thanks, bro. And especially with Chet being out this first year, I definitely think Josh Giddey's going to take that extra step. He was already one of the best playmaking rookies last year, if not the best playmaking rookie. So I think he's probably going to add that next step to his game as well and possibly become a 20-point per game scorer alongside Shea. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely do love that pick. But I got to say my number one pick on who I personally believe will average 20 points per game this season is going to be Keldon Johnson on the San Antonio Spurs. And the reason for that is because they have lost a decent amount of pieces on their team over the past 2 to 3 years. Lost DeMar DeRozan to the Bulls 2 seasons ago. They just lost Lonnie Walker to the Lakers. DeJounte Murray's off the team. So I feel like someone has to take that step and be the primary scorer on the team. And I feel like that's going to be Keldon Johnson, man. Keldon Johnson he was averaging 17 points, 2 assists, 5 rebounds last season. He was shooting 39 or about 40% from 3, which I definitely see that increasing just because, like I said, bro, Keldon Johnson, there's really no one else on the team besides a young player like Josh Primo. You got like Doug McDermott, shit like that. But I definitely do see Keldon Johnson taking that next step into becoming a 20-point per game scorer and possibly maybe even, raising his value a little bit to possibly being traded to a contending team or something like that. But yeah, man, I'm gonna rock out with Keldon Johnson.
My number 2 spot, I'm gonna go ahead and shout out one of the guys that I really didn't like at first. Him and LeBron was going back and forth a lot this past season, man. But I grew to have some respect for him throughout these playoffs. Desmond Bane, man. I feel
Desmond Bane, damn.
I feel he's going to be the next guy to average 20 points per game.
Yeah.
Oh, we obviously he's strong as hell. He's like a football player, but his release is so crazy, bro. He's a great shooter, man. And I feel like he's getting more confident playing alongside Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., and just that whole team, bro, their environment, bro, they just real aggressive. They're not scared of nobody, bro. So I just see Desmond Bane taking that next step, man, averaging that 20 points per game next season.
Facts. Hey, I like that pick, bro. Desmond Bane is definitely up there. I mean, just like you said, bro, he definitely increased this past season. Imagine what he's going to do this upcoming season. And another thing to think about when it comes to his scoring is Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to be out for probably the first 6 months of the season. So they are definitely going to need Desmond Bane to step up. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely do like that pick, bro.
So this is one guy. I'm just gonna throw it out there because even though 2020 he averaged 20 points a game, just slightly above 21 points a game. I still want to throw him on this list because throughout the playoffs, I was kind of like, damn, like just watching their team kind of struggle and just seeing like as soon as you get back into that lineup, that's the missing piece they need. I think he'll average a lot more than 20 points a game. But Jamal Murray is one of those guys I'm expecting to come out and see hoop. I know he didn't play that many games in 2020. So that numbers could have potentially dropped. But he's one of those guys that I think will be kind of a breakout star for seasons to come, to be honest. I think that team is well on their way to be one of those top contenders, steady contenders in the league, man.
I definitely agree with you, bro. Jamal Murray, fucking bucket, bro. That's what he does. You know what I'm saying? We remember watching him and Donovan Mitchell go back and forth in that playoff series in the bubble, man. They was going at it. You know what I'm saying? So that's a great pick as well, bro. But I got to rock out with my number 2 pick. I'm going to rock out with Kelly Oubre for the Charlotte Hornets, man. He had probably one of the best seasons of his career last year. He averaged 15 points, shooting 34% from the 3-point line and 44% from the field in general. And I definitely think he's going to take that next step, especially with a player like Miles Bridges being out, who was their best scorer last season. So I think when you take that into consideration, they're definitely going to need a lot more scoring at that forward position. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like Kelly Oubre, who was like top 3, top 4 in the 6th man of the year race last year. I feel like he's going to take that next step. I feel like he's probably going to average more than 20 points just because LaMelo Ball is not going to be able to do everything himself. Terry Rozier is not going to be able to be the only one that could score on a night in and a night out basis. So they're definitely going to need some points from a player like Kelly Oubre. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think Kelly Oubre is a perfect choice.
My number 3 spot was a really easy one, man. I'm gonna go ahead and rock out with Christian Wood. I feel like his stock was very high when he was playing with James Harden, but then James Harden forced his way out of Houston, and then it was kind of like he was in no man's land. He's playing that year with the Rockets. The Rockets aren't they have a lot of young players, so it's like he's not reaching his full potential.
Mm-hmm.
So you go play with a guy like Luka Doncic, man. You're his new pick and roll partner, bro. Pick and pop, pick and roll. I feel like it's gonna be.
Yeah, bro. It's such an upgrade. It's such an upgrade over AJ Powell, bro. I don't know if you guys are familiar with AJ Powell. God bless you. But he's like 6'6", 6'7". He was playing at a power forward, and he was literally the lob partner. Yeah, bro. It's just there's no way AJ Powell. Yeah, no, it's just not right, bro. It's just not right.
I used to be like on 2K, bro. I used to pick and roll with him all the time, man. But, yeah, but, I feel like that's just gonna be instant rocket fuel to his numbers, bro. And I feel like we thought Christian Wood had potential to be a good big man in the league, bro. So I feel like playing with Luka is just gonna unlock all that potential that we thought he already had.
Oh yeah.
And Coach Jason Kidd, bro. I'm excited.
Yeah, bro. Hey, I love Jason Kidd, bro. A lot of people were sleeping on him last year. I think he's a great coach. Is his mic on?
Hey, bro, cut your mic on.
All right, y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
All right, cool. So the guy that I got scoring 20+ points a game is a guy that actually didn't score 20+ points a game this season. I'm following the rules and regulations. So this guy was Rookie of the Year. Okay. Scotty Barnes. I think he's going to be a phenomenal player. Yeah. I like what I've seen from him so far. I kind of like his attitude towards the game. I don't know if you guys seen it. Like, I don't give a damn who you are, to be honest.
Yeah,
we gonna come out here, we gonna work. I like the passion and attitude towards the game, and I think he's one of those players that definitely is one of those players that has the league in good hands, man. I think he's gonna be a force to be reckoned with time to come, man. I also want to throw in a notable guy, Jalen Green. I think he's gonna be a lot better this season.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah, Jalen Green, bro. I definitely. A lot of people were trying to call him off the first part of the season just because it looked a little rough, but those last 20 games, Jalen Green was averaging like 24 points on very great efficiency. So we have to, take into consideration what Jalen Green could be. I definitely do like that pick. You know what I'm saying? But for my number 3, I went ahead and chose Desmond Bane, but I kind of want to choose someone else since that player's already been picked. So I'm going to go ahead and rock out with Tyrese Halliburton. Tyrese Halliburton, I feel like, is going to excel so much for the Indiana Pacers just because when he was with the Sacramento Kings, you had De'Aaron Fox kind of blocking some of his potential because they do both play the point guard position. So I feel like with Malcolm Brogdon being traded to the Celtics and Tyrese Halliburton kind of having his own team when it comes to the backcourt, I feel like this is definitely going to be the best thing that's happened to his career so far in his young career. I feel like him having his own team, even regardless if they trade Miles Turner or anything like that, I feel like Tyrese Halliburton could potentially get his own average 20+ point game or 20 points a game this season. Also, another guy I'd like to throw out there who needs some respect is going to be Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma had a terrific season, his best season that he's had his whole career last year, averaging like 17 points on great efficiency. I feel like he's going to take that next step. I feel like he's going to be another secondary scorer alongside Bradley Beal, you feel me? So, yeah, man, those are my guys.
So, man, let me add in one more guy, man. Shout out to Jordan, 2 more guys. Shout out to Jordan Poole and Gary Payton, bro. I think Gary Payton's going to have a good time over there, bro. I think he's going to do his thing. He's no longer with Golden State Warriors. He's with that other team over there, but shout out to him, bro. I think –
superstar.
Yeah, that guy ain't no superstar, but I think he'll have a great season, man. I think – he's kind of finding his way in the NBA, so I'm excited to see what he'll do as well, man.
I definitely do like that Jordan Poole pick. I'm not too sure. Like, how do you guys feel about Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, Steph Curry all playing together in a regular season? Like, do you guys think all of those guys can get their points?
Definitely, man. I think someone will have to figure it out, figure out the chemistry. But I think we've never had a problem with who scores the points.
Yeah.
I just think we're that type of team where everybody can get the rock, everybody can hit a three. I'm kind of excited to see how Clay bounced back. He didn't have the season he wanted, but I think it's important to note that he just can't what he came back from, the two injuries that will normally typically end somebody's career.
Yeah.
So to not have the season you want, but to still kind of get in the NBA finals and still produce and still kind of have that pool. You can't leave Klay Thompson open. That's just one of the guys, whether he's making or missing shots. If you leave him open too many times, you'll wake up and you're like, damn, we down 40 points. But he's just one of those guys that loves the game. So I'm excited to see what he has in store next season. But I think we'll be able to make it work.
Real shit, bro. Yeah, I was just kind of curious just because I feel like we've seen that team with Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry. I just feel like with 3 dynamic guards, I just feel like it's going to be a whole completely different game. And I'm honestly excited to see it, man. I feel like you guys are going to be one of the most entertaining teams to watch this season.
I think the only issue would be if Golden State decides they don't want to pay one of the guys, bro. And I think that would probably be Jordan Poole. But I feel like we've seen it last year, bro, in the playoff run. Obviously, Klay wasn't his full self, but to come back for those 2 injuries, like bro said, and then win a championship, I feel like all the pressure's off. And we know Klay Thompson loves hooping. He's a hooper. I feel like he's going to come back full potential, doing what he does. I feel like this is easy because we know Klay Thompson doesn't really handle the ball a lot. He can, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's going to make it easy. And then I don't see the Golden State Warriors playing them all together at the same time. I feel like this just gives them whoever they want to bring off the bench. We've seen them bring Curry off the bench. They can bring Poole off the bench. Whoever's playing with Klay at that time, bro, it's just going to be a dynamic.
That's the danger of the whole game, bro.
Yeah,
you have players like them, like Steph and Curry sitting on the bench. It's kind of scary.
We got bro shooting the lights out, and then you got Curry, you got Klay. Yeah, but that's a deadly combo, bro. But we just scared of them, though.
Hey, hold on. Before we go any further, we're not even going to address the goddamn 12 seed team in the league. Before we go any further, let's make sure we give a shout out to my man, the MVP of this episode,
bro.
Joel, man. We had a conversation back at, I don't know, it was this summer. Back at my cousin's graduation. Shout out to her, big grad. Shout out to all the grads out there, though. You kind of had a conversation just about the podcast in general. We kind of talked a lot about life in general. Just a group of us back there, bro. I like what you're doing. I know you said you was graduating this year. So early congrats on that, bro. But appreciate all your support, bro. Appreciate you tapping in, bro. I'll let y'all give y'all big gratitude and thanks.
Yeah, man. So I don't know him personally, but I think he went to the high, right? Went to the
Yes,
high.
sir.
Okay, yeah. I think I went to Landon with him as well. So yeah, man. Shout out to you, bro. Like I said, I don't know him personally, but he's always seemed like a high energy guy. He's always making people laugh. He's always making people happy. So big shout out to you, bro. We really do appreciate your love, your support. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro. Like, really do appreciate that. And yeah, man, keep tapping in. I heard that my boy Todd got you on the interview, so that's awesome. Can't wait to see that, my guy. So shout out to you. All love, my guy.
Yeah, bro. We do have an interview coming out with bro soon. Not entirely too sure the exact time I'm gonna drop it, but bro, it's a really dope interview, bro. I think people will take a lot from that. Joel's a great guy, man. He has a great story, and bro, he's just
he
a really
seems like a genuine guy, bro.
Just to be around, bro. Energy's crazy. So I think you guys are gonna enjoy that interview, bro. But shout out to you. You're one of the first people that actually came up and gave us some legitimate feedback, bro. Not just shout out to you guys, bro. I like what y'all doing. Like, actually, like, gave us feedback. Like, oh, bro, y'all think about doing this? Did y'all think about getting this person, bro? So I really appreciate you. And
yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro, you're the MVP of this episode, man. Shout out to you.
Sir, appreciate it, man. And that concludes our jump ball segment for this episode. If you want to be the next episode's MVP, make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, like, comment, and subscribe, man. Always stay tapped in with us, man. We're watching. We'll get on with this next segment, man.
Yeah, man. All right, enjoyed that jump ball segment, man. That shit was pretty fun to do.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So this is my team, so I'm going to hop in.
Ahead, bro. Let them know how you really feel.
I'm really excited to see your guys' your opinions on this trade, man. So this happened kind of in like the middle of the night, man, for me, because I was asleep when this happened. But we had Pat Bev get traded to the Los Angeles Lakers for THT Stanley Johnson. What's your guys' thoughts on this move?
Terrible trade.
Damn.
Terrible
I don't
trade.
know, bro. I think it's a good trade for both sides just because the Lakers are getting exactly what they want. They're getting someone that can come in and help them win now. The Utah Jazz, they're getting someone out of there that can help them win now because they obviously don't want to. And they're getting someone like THT and Stanley Johnson, which, I mean, it's nothing crazy, but I mean, for what you guys gave up, it's really not that significant if you ask me. But I definitely do like this move for the Lakers. I mean, you take away Russell Westbrook, if they potentially trade him, I definitely do think this is a good move, even with Russell Westbrook on the team, just because they need someone that can come in and get everyone's mind right. Like, I feel like Anthony Davis, this is exactly the type of dude that he could use on that team. Am I right on that?
And think about that, but that's real talk.
That's what I'm saying. Like, as a Laker fan, I feel like you could probably relate to that the most because Anthony Davis, we all know his talent, but like he needs someone in his ear to just, because I mean, we just seen what Patrick Beverley did with Karl Anthony Towns, who was known as one of the softest players in the league. You know what I'm saying? He got him a little riled up. He started going off the season and he took a team. I don't want to say he took a team, but he helped provide the energy to take a team to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? That hasn't been there in over 20 years. So I feel like for the Lakers, bro, this honestly is not a bad move. I mean, yeah, you guys gave up THC, who was a young talent, but fuck all that. You guys have one of the greatest players of all time in LeBron James, and then I guess another top 75 player of all the time in Anthony Davis on your team. So it's like, why not try to do anything in your power to try to win now? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that's just
here's my take on the whole situation. I'm not impressed at all. The Lakers make these benign trades and expect everybody to be excited over it. I think only Lakers fans. I mean, it's cool. But you make a trade for Patrick Beverley. You act like you just traded away Russell Westbrook.
I agree.
It's Patrick Beverley.
No, they're not sending him over the top. But, like, we all know what Patrick Beverley brings. You know what I'm saying, to a team? Like, if he was on the Golden State Warriors, how would you feel? Like, would you be pretty happy?
We got Draymond Green, so we are kind of already got our own Patrick Beverley.
But I mean, you got another one. Like, that's
he's one of those guys, but he doesn't provide, like, he's not like a huge scoring load, or he's not like a big – he impacts the game in his own way.
He can change the game with one single possession, though. We see what he did to LeBron on Christmas 2 years ago.
But like for me personally, he's not one of those. This is not one of those trades. I'm like, oh, it kind of back to that situation where earlier we had a segment where we're like, do the Lakers look desperate? Do they look like it just seems like a trade? Okay, you made the trade. It's cool. Hopefully Patrick Beverley does his thing over there. But to be honest, honestly, I just think I don't think a whole lot changes. We've often seen the Lakers underutilize their pieces. But this is under new management, so we'll have to give them the chance. But you added Patrick Beverley and you lost. Who they lose?
THT and Stanley. Like, is that a significant package to you?
My thing is, if you couldn't do the damn thing with Stanley Johnson, I think Stanley Johnson is a pretty good piece. In my opinion, he's better than Patrick Beverley himself, whether he has an impact on the game. I just think if you couldn't use Stanley Johnson.
That's crazy. Stanley Johnson's been passed around a couple times the past couple years.
He's a good defender.
He's decent. He's decent. I mean, of course, with the Lakers, he was their fourth best player, but the Lakers really weren't on shit. That's why he looked so good. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you bring in a Patrick Beverley who can actually help you win games and not just put up numbers. I feel like that's almost a little bit more important. Like, I get where you're coming from. Like, it doesn't change. It doesn't move the needle for them at all. Like, they're not a championship contender just because they got Patrick Beverley. But I'm just saying, like, you add a player like Patrick Beverley to your team, you are going to win more games. And I just feel like that's just inevitable.
Now, let me say this about Pat Bev, because sometimes he talks like he's just like
he talks like he's I think that's wrong on the press. He talks like he's a LeBron James, like Patrick Beverley. Who are you?
We all know he talks more than same thing with Draymond.
Yeah, even Draymond talks too, but like
I think that's a little different for Dre.
That's a part of the character though, bro. But like
I don't know, bro. They both talk the same amount of shit and put up like 5 points. You know,
but Dre knows his role. Dre doesn't talk like he puts.
But so does Patrick Beverley, bro. That's
why they got Bev, bro. Bev did average 13 last year.
13? You want me to jump out my seat?
I'm just saying, bro.
For 13 points a game. Oh, 13. And what are you going to do with 13 when you have Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis?
We also have to put in consideration Patrick Beverley was one of the biggest contributors to making a playoff appearance for a team that hasn't been there 20 years.
You think he was the biggest contributor?
I didn't say he was. I said he was one of the biggest.
But bro is hating a little bit right now. Let me.
I'm not hating. I'm just being honest.
Activity onto this conversation.
Just a little bit, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm just gonna be honest. I'm just gonna look at it from an unbiased lens. I'm gonna give y'all my take on the situation, and I just think. Patrick Beverley is a great guy to have on your team. He's one of those guys you want on your side, but I don't know how this really does anything for you guys. It just seems like you guys just are making trades for the sake of making trades.
I guarantee What do you know what the record was, Taj? Do you guys know what your guys' record was last year? I guarantee you guys will have more wins.
Not for sure.
Well, definitely they'll have more wins because they'll have players back and healthy. However,
so as much as Pat Bev talks, I feel like there's that group of like there's superstars, obviously, like we talked about earlier, but there's that group of role players that will fit around any superstar, bro.
And I feel like Patrick Beverly's up there with Jay Crowder. He's up there with PJ Tucker. He's up there.
Guys like that, bro, that will fit around anybody, bro. If you have a chance to get them on your team, bro, you like, hey, come over here. So for me, this is kind of weird having LeBron and Pat Bev on the same team because Pat Bev's been like an irritant for I don't know how long. His whole career, LeBron never paid attention to him. But now that they're going to be on the same team, bro, I agree. I was like my brother. I didn't have that much of excitement, like jumping out my chair when I seen the trade. But now just listening to Coop talk and kind of thinking about it, bro, I feel like this is going to be somebody that sets culture for our team. Pat Bev, as far as his attitude, bro, I respect that, bro.
You don't think Artie has a culture? There's a winning culture. If you can't go in there and win in the LA culture.
See, the thing about the Lakers is usually years previously they can hang their head on the defensive end without being a scoring team. But last year they couldn't even do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like when you're giving, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're giving up all those points and not able to put them back on the board, it just kind of makes it hard. So I feel like you bring in a player like Patrick Beverly, who's one of the best defenders in the league at the guard position.
But let's be honest, bro. Morale was hella down last year, bro. We didn't have any type of like fight. Obviously,
no fight at all.
We had players that was just trying to just like, hey, bro, we out here hooping like, we're gonna win. I feel like that's gonna be somebody like Pat Bev that can call out like LeBron.
And that's all I'm saying. I don't expect him to come out here. Yeah.
We know LeBron James gets on a little whiny bullshit sometimes. I feel like that's somebody that can call him out like, bro, you're not playing. Even Anthony Davis, bro, when he's getting lackadaisical, like we had Rondo, and I don't think Rondo and Pat Bev are the same player, but bro, get your ass down on the post and work, bro. Like, don't be out here shooting threes. I feel like he's gonna set a culture for us, bro. He's gonna set a tone. Obviously, I don't think he's the greatest basketball player.
Hey, man, he's laughing at it, but bro, he just
I think it's funny, bro.
He gonna see next
like
year.
you're acting like this is a organizational,
big
organizational changing piece for y'all. This is
I'm saying like as far as winning games, bro. We're talking about winning games. Like, all right, so the trade was stupid in my opinion, bro. What they gave up, but when you think about it, bro, the Lakers are or let's say LeBron led teams are ours and win now mode, bro. So THT is really not.
That's what I'm saying. Can you expect anything less? Like, can you expect anything? You know what I'm saying?
Bro, he's a good. I wish we could have kept him, but hey, bro, it is what it is. We got Pat Bev. I think the Lakers have a plan of as far as trading Russell Westbrook. So we're probably gonna be getting something back for him. So I feel like this is gonna be a good piece for the Lakers this year. Now, if we're talking about like over the future, I think the Jazz won the trade, bro. But we're talking about right now. And let me shout out my pops, man. I hit him after the trade. I was like, damn, what you think about this? Because he's pretty objective when it comes to stuff like this. He's not going to be like over the top excited or like over the top disappointed. He said,
hey, I don't mean to interrupt you real quick, but I just want to let you guys know that Stanley Johnson averaged 6.7 points last year. I'm just letting you guys know.
You're not trash, but
you know, man. You ain't no Patrick Beverly. I'll tell you that much.
Not my dad
on that Lakers team though.
I think I definitely
the Lakers team was terrible last year.
That's what I'm saying. That's why Stanley Johnson.
If we be honest, though, if you bring Stanley Johnson to any other team, I think he plays a lot better than that. If you want to be honest, a lot better than he.
No, he actually had a pretty good season last year. That's my point. Like he's been passed around. He was with the Raptors. He was. I gotta remember
the man got picked up like halfway through the season.
That's what I'm saying. Right. If he was that good, he would not be picked up halfway through the season. He would have been on an NBA roster at the beginning of the season. That's my point.
And there's a lot of players that get passed over, but to think that Patrick Beverly is going to somehow come here and just make you guys a winning team is kind of nuts.
You gotta listen, bro.
No one's saying that, bro. We're saying like
you just said they're gonna win more games. There's
more work to be
done. We're gonna win more games. I think you win more games starting with LeBron James. And
just to clarify, I didn't say that, but I will say that Patrick Beverly, did he not change the culture for the Timberwolves last year a little bit?
He made them fake tough guys. He made a fake tough guy out of Carl Anthony Towns. And
he does that with the Timberwolves, bro. With Cat and Anthony Edwards, bro. What do you think he's gonna do with LeBron?
That's what I'm saying.
Those are younger guys. Listen, those are younger guys.
Bro, but this is the thing, though. Pat Bev, he was just at a Rico Hines run talking about playing your role. Him and Draymond playing your role, bro. That's the thing about that makes Pat Bev an impactful player, bro.
Because he doesn't try to do too much.
Exactly.
Like he definitely doesn't try to do too much. He's a try to do too much player. That's his role. And Draymond, like, I'm gonna get out here. I'm gonna get under your skin. I'm gonna do everything I can.
That's not what I mean by doing too much. I'm talking about taking shots on the board.
But however, I think when you have guys like LeBron James and Anthony Davis, I think it's a little bit different rather than having a younger guy and these younger guys and Ant-Man and Cat That's a different style of basketball. You have a leader in itself in LeBron James. I think the change comes from LeBron James and Anthony Davis. I don't know what more Pat Bev adds to this team.
We know Bev he's an impactful player on his own. He doesn't need nobody else.
I can tell you right now what he adds. Defensive intensity, which is something, like I said, they have lacked last year, bro. And like I said just a while ago, years previous, that's what they held their head on, was the defensive end, and they couldn't do that last year. And you bring in a guy like Patrick Beverley, who I just said, man, help change the culture for a team like the Timberwolves, who has not been on shit for 20 years. Like, that's crazy, bro. And I feel like you bring him into your team, I feel like there's going to change something just a little bit.
He brings the dog out to everybody, bro. But
I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs. I'm not even saying they're going to get past it. None of that. I'm just saying
I'm just letting you know that.
Not even. Bro. Back to what Pat said, though. He made a great point about the Lakers. Everybody was high on THT. They picked THT over Alex Caruso. They let him walk to the Bulls, man. So
yeah,
Alex Caruso was kind of our Pat Bev, bro. He was a defender, bro. He played his role to a T, bro. He could hit threes when we needed to. Mm-hmm. Oh, Alex Caruso was a much bigger Pat Bev, bro. But I mean, I feel like it's never too late to do the right thing, bro. They got rid of THT, brought in the Pat Bev, bro. So I feel like it's gonna be tough, like Koo was saying, bro. We used to hang our hat on defense, but then defense went straight out the window last year. We had Alex Caruso, KCP, those are our perimeter defenders. We lost those guys, so I feel like we have a good replacement in Pat Bev, bro. But I feel like it's gonna prove worthwhile for us, bro, trading for him. So I really feel like it can't hurt. It can only help, bro. We're definitely gonna beat the Clippers now that we got one of their best players in their history, the most impactful. So we got the script tonight, bro. And then we got the Warriors on opening night, bro. So I'm excited.
And I ain't gonna lie, NBA, what the hell are we doing? You gonna place us against the 12 seed team?
Hey man, everyone knows.
I'm just very unimpressed with the Lakers.
Why not get y'all 56 last year though?
I mean, I'm not saying
56 is cool, but you're a 12 seed team. We need to see that Boston rematch. Let's do that. Let's pop that off first.
That'd be cool. But I'm just saying, bro.
My ring night, we're gonna see what y'all think, man.
Listen, bro, I'm not saying Patrick Beverley's going to be the game changer. I'm not saying he's going to win them a championship or even get them to the playoffs. I'm just saying that they will win at least a minimum of one more game with him on that team, and I guarantee that. Like, I almost would put money on that.
Hey, cool. No, don't even explain it no more to him, bro. He going to see when it happens next year. But let's say that
I'm not. Yeah, bro. I hate the Lakers.
The Lakers are not trying to win as many games as possible last year, bro. We seen at the end they kind of gave up, bro.
They definitely did. The last 5 to 10 games, like it looks kind of their future kind of looked inevitable at that point. They're like, yeah, we're not making the playoffs, so we might.
Everybody has to refocus. But hey, real quick, bro, we got a minute left. Do you guys think this means Russell Westbrook is off the team?
I actually don't, because I don't really see much of a trade scenario for him. But honestly, I feel like these two, bro. I feel like in I don't know, some kind of crazy galaxy type of world, bro. I can see these two being like good teammates. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but like defensively, they both have the same attitude. I feel like if they actually put the work in, I feel like these two could maybe become best friends. I don't know, bro.
You got some of those qualities, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, maybe now that they're on the same team, but I don't know, though. That's kind of tough to say because Patrick Beverley did hurt Westbrook some years back. He injured him. So I don't know how Westbrook would feel about that, you know?
I think this means Russ is off the team. I think they could coexist, but I feel like the Lakers are making these moves knowing that they're going to have a trade for Russ. I don't know who it's going to be, if it's going to be Miles Turner, Buddy Hield, but I feel like there's a trade coming down the pipe, bro. Just stay tuned.
For sure, bro.
Well, all right, man. This is a great episode, bro. A lot of great discussions, bro. We're going to touch on the next one. Yes, y'all be smooth, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace, yo.
In the jungle like I'm Conan, count up with both hands. Switch the flow like it was broken. I'm on the road, man. Making plays just like DeRozan. I shoot my shot, and that shit wetter than the ocean. I brag a lot, but with the wind and come the boasting. I made a lot from them apartments that I sold. And he didn't make it up to college, so them streets where he enrolled in. I know I'm a scholar from the moments that I was exposed in.